Evening everyone. Sorry I'm a bit late. Always late I am. Late for my own funeral at times. Just waiting for some people to jump on. Get told off for being late. Right, here we go. Evening everybody. Where we at? Evening Elaine. Sorry I'm a bit late. You know when you get like unexpected visitors? In the physical form there is, but nice unexpected visitors. Oh, hang on, volume's up. Hang on. Oh, there we are. There we go. Right. Hope everybody's well. All getting ready for your bank holiday weekend, hopefully. But yeah, evening everyone. It's been like one of them last couple of hours. Upside down, the other way around, and all the way about it. Right, folks. So, my name's Irene, for all of those who don't know me, and for those of you who are just joining me. This is your hour of live mini readings, and your readings are done randomly, okay? So what I tend to do, I ask you to choose the number from 1 to 72, and then I'll go to pick a card, give you the number, and then I'll read it at random. But what I normally do is I'll start you off with your first card while you're all doing your likes and your shares, because your likes and your shares cost you nothing. Okay, so the more likes, the more shares, the better it is, and you've heard me say it 15 times all this week. So again, keep liking it and sharing it while we're waiting for everybody else to jump on here. But it is nice to see everybody again this evening. The other announcements I announced last night as well. The 16th of September, we're doing a special evening of mediumship. It's myself and guests. It'll cost you £3. It's from 6 o'clock till 7:30, and it's via the Zoom room, and all payments are via PayPal. It'll cost you £3 for that evening. And what we're asking for is that you send us a picture of a loved one who's passed spirit side of life, or a picture of a flower. And in the course of that evening, if you're lucky enough and your picture gets selected, you'll then get a reading from either picture or the flower, or whichever one, whichever's chosen. So if you'd like to join us for that, inbox me and I can send you all the details. But what will happen is, once you've paid for the event, paid for your ticket, I'll then send you the link for the Zoom room, because it won't be it won't be on live. It'll be inside the Zoom room. All right, so not everybody will be able to get in and watch. So if you'd like to come for that, that's the 16th of September, and that is at 6 o'clock till 7:30, and it's myself and 3 of my co-workers who will be there with us doing the readings, okay? Then the other one we have is October the 31st, and that's Stillington Village Hall. It's October the 31st, spooky night, Halloween, and we're in for a real treat with that, because the hall is absolutely steeped in history. So if you'd like to join us for that one, that's on the 31st of October, and it's £30 a ticket, and all monies and proceeds from that are going to Norton Spiritualist Church, okay? And it's to help raise funds for the church with it being closed, to keep it ticking over. So if you'd like to come along for that one, please do so. Please inbox me again, or, book your ticket early. Right, so without further ado, folks, I'm going to go for your first card. And this one's totally random. And there we have it. Okay. Everybody see it? Hiya, everybody. Hiya, everybody. I sound like a little sheep there, don't I? Right, I'll just have a little drink of water. Right. Geolocations I want first and foremost, folks. Wrexham, North Wales. Hiya, Andrea. Not asking for numbers just yet, because I'm picking your first card at random. It's your locations. Punch your locations in, as well as your likes and your shares. So as I look at this card, I can see there's been quite a lot of conflict here on the earth plane, and a lot of temper has been like, it's been up and down. really up and down and a bit ropey, just like the card states, a bit ropey where family members are concerned. And I feel as though tempers have been a bit frayed. Okay. I am going to say there's somebody here on the earth plane where they're going to the sulks quite easily and they shut themselves off after the argument and they believe it's everybody else's fault and not theirs. That's where I'm picking up on the card. But I do know the tempers have been a bit frayed and they have been a bit ecstatic. Ecstatic, if that's the right word. Ecstatic, I can't say the word. But yeah, that's where I'm picking up off this. And I am going to say I'm a little bit cold where my emotions are as well. I don't care, basically. That's how I feel as I look at the card. I don't really care. I don't care what other people think of me. And that's how I feel at the minute. But I do feel as though I am tying myself up repeatedly over the self-same thing. And I want it where finances are concerned here. So there's been lots of disputes where money's concerned, I believe there's more money going out than what's actually coming in, and this is what's causing a lot of the arguments and a lot of distress here as I look at the card. So if that resonates with anybody here on the earth plane, please give us a yes down the bottom. If not, tell me to sod off and say, Irene, that was a load of rubbish. But that's what I'm picking up off the card. I smile as I say it, but I'm not smiling in the sense of the word. But I do feel as though there's some sort of abuse here as well, whether somebody's been abusing somebody or whether there's been a little bit of physical violence here. Okay. So if that makes sense, give me a double yes down the bottom. And I believe it's been going on for a while, this. I do believe it's been going on for a while, okay? And that's how I feel. But I do feel as though there's lots of issues here. Lots of issues, but they do need to get sorted out. You can't just keep running away from them and going round in a circle and constantly, because that's what it feels like. Thank you, Janice, for acknowledging that. You can't just keep going round and round in a circle and expecting things to turn out, because it's not going to happen. You need to get it sorted out. And whether this means upsetting a few more people around you, so be it. But it needs to be said and it needs to be sorted, okay? Because it can't go on. It can't keep going on the way it has been. I am going to say there's a certain type of paraphernalia here as well, okay? That's what I feel and that's what I believe. There's paraphernalia going on as well around this situation. And whether I've been told about it before, past text or whatever, I'm just doing what I want basically, and I don't give a monkey's uncle away upset, and that's how I feel as I look at the card. Okay, I feel quite angry towards a person or persons this is involving, because it's like they're bringing everybody else down with them. Okay, and that's how I feel with it. Hiya, Tracy. That's how I feel with the card, and I am going to say there's been lots of emotion, lots of tears being shed here. But yeah, it does need to be sorted out. And hiya Dion, hiya Irene. Oh, I wonder where a relationship is as well, please. Okay, relationships are very much to the centre of this. And I am going to say at times, sometimes it's better to be on your own than it is to be in the midst of things and getting dragged down, okay? Because I don't believe things will pick up or get any better until I've taken myself away from a situation that's not good, okay? And that's what I'm going to say with this. And I believe it's been going on for at least 8 months. 8 months comes out of the card. So for the last 8 months, things have been going spiraling out of control here, okay? And there's losses of some sort as well, whether it's valuables or finances. There's a loss. A lot of things have gone, okay? And that's how I feel as I look at it, and that's what it brings out to me, okay? And the questions you're being asking, you already know the answers to. You already know the answers. You already know them, but you keep questioning them, and it's as if to say you don't want to believe what's there, but it's the truth that's there, and you already know You don't need somebody like me to say this or to bring it out on here. And that's what I need to say there. So just remember I've said that. There's an old saying as well, as I look at the card, because I can hear this being said to me: we either sink or we swim. Okay, so it's time to cut the reins and save the sink and let them swim. Yeah, it's time to let them stand on their own 2 feet, because the longer you're propping them up, the worse it's going to be for yourself and people around you. And that's what I need to say. Okay. I have a connection there as well, please, to Robin Hood's Bay. So if Robin Hood's Bay means anything at all to you, I don't know whether it's in relation to that card, but I need a connection to Robin Hood's Bay as well. Okay. Right, folks. Thank you very much for acknowledging that. Take on board what was said there, please. Oh, there we go. And start punching your numbers in for me, folks. Start punching your numbers in. And where I've mentioned Robin Hood's Bay there, my ear is on fire. So I believe I've somebody here on the earth plane where your ear has been burning all day, or for the last hour or so, your ear has been on fire. Your ear. I sound common as muck. But I want where my right ear is burning. I've got a gentleman stood behind me who's pulling my lug. Definitely pulling my lug. And this is where I want this connection. So if anybody here who's watching this evening can understand where the ear is burning, okay, please give me a yes down the bottom, because that's I've got a gentleman and I feel as though he's father. I feel father connection here, and I would have had my lug felt. He's flicking my lug as he stands behind me. That's what he's doing, and my ear is absolutely killing me. Absolutely knacking in the sense of the word. So I'm going to take it off my ear and put it to the side. But that's how I feel. And now I've done that. Now my earphones are going to fall off my head. So if they slide off, excuse me. But I feel as though as this gentleman comes forward, that's what he's doing. Okay, so I'm just waiting for a confirmation there. I've got Dad, Spirit Side of Life, and I want somebody here on the earth plane that where the ear has been burning for the last hour or so, please. That's what I like. That's what I like. Your mum is suffering with what? Irene, your ear's burning. Right, Catherine, you've got an ear infection. It's not an ear infection I've got, my love. My ear is burning. Right, so Alison, your ear is burning. Right, so Alison and Irene, Dad's Spirit Side of Life, please. If he is, give me a double yes down the bottom, because it is Dad I've got with me. You can relate to this as well, Stacey, right? So Dad's Spirit Side of Life, tell him to stop it, if only. He stood behind me and he's flicking me lug, and I mean flicking me lug. It's like, oh yeah. And it's like he's trying to get somebody's attention here on the earth plane, okay? So I know I need to connect. They had to go mad again, and I can see them on the iPad. Love it when they just go off on their own. It's brilliant. So this gentleman, Spirit Side of Life, right? Your granddad used to do that. Brilliant. So I'll try and get a little bit more from this gentleman. I believe when he passed Spirit Side of Life, it went really suddenly. I do believe that, whether it was heart condition, but I do believe I was here 1 minute and I was gone the next. He just totally went. But when he was up in the living and he was as fit as a lop, he was always trying to pull somebody's leg, or he would always clip you around the lug. And that's a feeling and the impression I get from the gentleman, okay? So if it makes sense, Stacey, you still saying you can relate. Irene, I don't know whether you can. If you can, give us a double yes down the bottom. And there was another lady there as well, who was still relating. But he was coming in and he's flicking away, so he's trying to get somebody's attention here on the earth plane, and he's just full of fun. He's just absolutely full of fun, okay? And he's saying that's what's missing. You need this upliftment at the minute, because he's saying things have been a little bit flat round you at the minute. Things have been really sad, and you're that engrossed in all this negativity. He wants to bring a bit of humour and a bit of laughter in and around where the earth plane, okay? And that's what he brings in. But he says, you know, it's like him. He was here today and he's gone tomorrow. And it could happen to any one of us. It could happen to any one of us. And he doesn't want that. He wants you to enjoy what you've got, okay? And that's what he says. And he's just laughing his flipping head off behind me. He's saying, you know, they won't listen to me. They won't listen because they never listened when I was here. And where I'm saying that as well, somebody is very argumentative as well. Okay, so if he said something was black, you would say it was green. And that's how he presents it. Okay, so there's something going on here on the earth plane where I'm argumentative and I don't believe everything I've heard or everything I've said, and I'm arguing. Okay, so I'm arguing black is white. Yeah. Um, oh. Right. I've got a connection now. I don't know whether I want the name Pearl. I don't Pearl because he comes in with the name Pearl's the singer. And I don't know where Pearl the singer is. I don't know who sang Pearl's the singer. I don't even know whether it's Pearl's the singer. I don't know whether I'm just making it up, you know, because that's the way he brings it in. But yeah, I'm also going to say as well, please, now I've had this since yesterday, and because I didn't give it off yesterday, I've had it all day today. I want as well, please, where somebody here on the earth plane is suffering absolutely terrible with stomach aches. Somebody's got really bad stomach aches and it's been aches. Have you heard me saying it? I can't even say it properly. Aching since, what, all week, on and off, really bad. Annette, you sing that Pearl's the singer. Sing it for us, Annette. I'm listening. Honest, I am. Um, but yeah, somebody's had really bad stomach upset all this week. And it's like, I'm brushing it off. It'll be all right. That's the way I feel. And that's what he puts on me. And it's like, it's a bit like a dull ache, okay? So he puts a lot of love and healing in and around where this area is, okay? Because he's saying, I need to go and get this looked at because it's not going away on its own. It's really uncomfortable. And the only way I can describe it, it feels like my insides are burnt or the you know, that they're like on fire. That's what it feels like. So that's what I'm going to say. He does come in with a great deal of love, and he is dead funny. He is dead funny. He really, really is. Right, I want to don't. I've got Hartlepool connections here as well, so I want a connection on memories where Hartlepool would be as well, please. Um, and I won't tell you how we brought that in, but people who live around this area should know what he's saying to me there. But that's what I have to bring in as well. But he does bring a great deal of loving from Spirit Side of Life. He makes reference to a lady there as well that comes in with him. Not as tall as him, he tells me. Elkie Brooks sings that. Thanks, Dion. But this lady comes in as well, and she's not as tall as him, but she comes in with a great deal of love as well. She comes in with that grandmotherly vibration there, and it's as if to say, well, I've met him over here, and I'm keeping him in check. But next time your ear burns, just remember it's us. So where I'm saying a check as well, I believe there's some money coming here to the earth plane as well. Okay, because the check, we're getting a check. Now I know this because he shows me. I know I'm getting a tax rebate. There's money in the post in regards to tax rebate. Okay, so just remember I've said that. He said it, I've repeated it. Just for the reference, he said it, I've repeated it. September month comes in as well. I have to mention the September month, and I also have to make reference to where there would be a bracelet, you know, the magnetic bracelets. That's what he brings in. So if this makes sense, please give us a double yes down the bottom. That's what I'm waiting for. I need a bit of confirmation here because at the minute I feel as though I'm just talking to myself. I can see where Helen said you live in Hartlepool. Julianne, your nan and pap were like that, but this was definitely dad who I had and a grandmother. Okay, so it's definitely dad, Spirit Side of Life. It's not granddad, it's dad. I know it's dad. That's what I'm after. So I'm just looking for that bit of confirmation there to what I've just said, especially where the tax rebate is, because when you get it, just remember Irene repeated what this gentleman said. Okay. Thank you, Alison. Now, I know Charlie. Charlie is a very familiar name, but I want Charlie. I do want Charlie as the name, but I also want Charlie as drugs as well. I have to mention that. That's how we brought that in, so that's what I'm going to say. So if that resonates, please give us a double yes down the bottom. That's all I'm asking for, just that double yes down the bottom if that resonates. Now, the number I was looking for as well while we're waiting is number 21, please. I need the number 21. That's the number that I've chosen. What I've been told to choose was the number chose. I can't talk. The number that chose lass. Right, Yorkshire Dales. I'm up in the Yorkshire lass. I need Yorkshire. I want to be up at Bradford End as well. So if we've got a connection there to Bradford or Yorkshire, that's what I'm after. Shelley Baker, you said 21. Who else has said 21? Really weird this. That's a card I've chosen. Okay. That's a card 21. No to the Charlie. That's okay, Alison, but I need the Charlie. Spirit side as well as the name. So the number 21. So please listen, folks. Even though these guys who I've just been talking to with spirit that. So this was a card with 21 on it, and I am going to say again, we've had this card out in the pack before, and I find it really strange the way they keep coming out the same cards. You wouldn't think I had 72 of them, but the same ones seem to be cropping up each evening. And I am going to say there's been lots of things in my past where this card screams at me. Lots of things in the past. No sooner got over one thing and something else came up. And I want it where relationships are, past relationships, and there's been lots of turns. No, Alison Connell, you're saying yes to the Bradford. That's okay. Shelley, I'm not talking Yorkshire to you. I was talking Yorkshire to my last connection, my love. I don't want Yorkshire connections with a card. I know I wanted Yorkshire up here with memories. So, yeah. So I am going to say there's been lots of stuff, bad stuff, past text, lots of stuff that went on, and I want it over the last 20 years. I want to be back 20 years here with this. So there's been lots of knocks, lots of bumps, and lots of things going on. No sooner got over one thing, and then there was another thing. But I am going to say as well, please, I'm very straight-laced. What you see is what you get, and that's how I feel as I look at the card. What you see is what you get, okay? There's no ifs, buts, whys, or whens in it. That's it. If you don't like what you see, you don't like it. That's it. And I don't suffer fools gladly as I look at the card, okay? I am getting quite a lot of inner ear ache here as well as I talk about this card. So I want somebody here on the earth plane that's been suffering with oh God, me inner ear, okay, inner ear problems. That's what I want. That's what's been putting on me there. But where things have gone like belly up past text, and like I said, lots of things have gone, lots of things, past text things. And I said straight. I'm as straight as what you can get. Again, if you don't like it, you don't have to like it because I'm not really bothered. But I do need to say I need to bend and be a bit more flexible because I feel as though that little bit of flexibility will go a long way where somebody's concerned here on the earth plane. And I believe there's something going on the earth plane where I do need to be a little bit more flexible and not so much so dominant, because I feel very dominant with this. And I feel very, that's it, no questions, that's what's happening, end of. And I do believe I need to be a little bit more flexible, okay? A little bit more flexible where this card's concerned. I'm also going to say as well where this card's concerned, there's somebody else on the earth plane that's not very well at this moment in time, and I want it around a gentleman, please. And I do want it around a gentleman, and I am going to say lots of love and healing where this gentleman's concerned, okay? So whether he's a friend or a family member or somebody you touch upon, there's lots of love and healing where it needs to go. The month of June and July also come out of the card. I have to mention June, July month. And I'm also going to mention, who am I going to mention? Right, no, give me something else where I'm going to mention. I'm out of breath here. I'm arguing, and I shouldn't. I should just say as it comes, but I'm having a little tete-a-tete with myself. Right. Shelley, I don't know whether you can understand the Shrove Tuesday connection, Pancake Day, but I believe I've got Catholic or some sort. I've got Catholic connections here, Shrove Tuesday, but I have got Catholic connections stood right behind me, Spirit Side of Life, great believers within their religion. If that makes sense to you at all there, Shelley, give me a double yes down the bottom, please, because that's what I need to say to you, okay? I believe my religion or my faith. I believe as though my faith. I've just like give up on it. It's like not really bothered either way. And all I can hear is, if there was a God, He wouldn't let this happen. If there was a God, He wouldn't let that happen. And that's what I'm getting. I'm getting conflict of interest from Spirit Side of Life to here on the earth plane, okay? But I am going to say to you, and I believe this to be true, you believe what you believe, and it's what it's what resonates with you that makes the difference. I am going to bring a condition here as well. As I want sciatica. I want somebody here on the earth plane that's suffering terrible with sciatica, and it just comes on me, and away I go. But I'm really suffering with the sciatica. I'm also going to mention as well, you know, the Halloween masks, them doll masks, the hard masks. There's memories of them. So whether I've seen them and I don't like them, but that's what's coming in, that's what I have to mention. That's what this gentleman's just put on my face. It is the gentleman I'm talking to. Sorry, I never mentioned that part. I believe his granddad or uncle, Spirit Side of Life, but he puts this doll's mask or this hard porcelain mask across my face where somebody would have collected these. But I don't really like them. I'm not really fussed on them at all, okay? But that's what he brings in. But I am going to say to you, things will start picking up, and they are going to be for the better. They are going to be for the better. Right. I've got a connection as well to a haberdashery shop, and I want memories to haberdashery. Haberdashery, not abadabba, haberdashery. They probably wear wooden masks, but I don't like them, Shelley. Either way, that's what he brought in. Not really fussed on them. So yeah, haberdashery. Something to do with a haberdashery shop here as well. I believe it's a sewn shop haberdashery. I'm not sure. Loads of materials. It's all around me here. So yeah, that's what I have to mention. So I'm going to leave this gentleman's love, Spirit Side of Life. I'm going to say bless you, Shelley, and thank you very much for that communication there. Right, folks, keep liking and sharing the post like we normally do. And we're going to go for another card. Yeah. So while you're doing that, I'm going to have a drink of my water. Makes you stick dry, this, you know. I've got a packet of extra strong mints here as well. Not literally, but that's what's just been handed to me. I do have a lady, Spirit Side of Life, who would have loved the extra strong mints. That's all she used to give you. And them horrible, horrible Victory V's. Horrible. Um, so if that makes sense, she does come in on a motherly, grandmotherly vibration. I feel more mother with her though, if I'm honest. And she does come in with that. She comes in with the Victory V's. But your husband loves them. No, they're horrible. Balcony, just the thought of it. Then Victor V's and then Fisherman's Friends. Oh my lord, they're disgusting. But yeah, she would never be without one of them. She always had something in her mouth. And that's how I feel. So that's what I'm going to mention with this lady. Right. I need to mention the name of Dora. Dora. So if anybody can understand Dora, Spirit Side of Life. Mother. Right. Used to love Victory. Oh, disgusting. Right. I need Dora. Dora, spirit side of life, please. So if anybody can understand Dora, spirit side, who liked the Victory V's and the extra strong mints, give us 3 yeses. I need 3 yeses to get this where it needs to go, please. Must be just me who doesn't like them. Have you noticed my light keeps flashing on this camera? It keeps going. It gives 2 yeses, Alison Connell. Right. Right, Dora, as she comes in, we've got Debbie saying yes, and we've got Alison saying yes. Oh, there we go. Now it's moving. Beverly, you saying yes, 3 yeses to me. Brilliant. This lady, as she comes in, oh, Linda, you're horrible as well. You're disgusting, you lot. Why would you want to eat a Victory V or Fisherman's Friends? They're bleeding horrible. Absolutely horrible. I want to bark with this lady because she keeps putting one, breathing on me. Ugh, not nice at all. Anyway, as she comes in, she's not that tall. She's just coming a bit closer there, so I got the giggles as she come in because that's how she feels. Dead excited, and she would have been like that when she was here on the earth plane. You know, dead giggly and full of energy, and that's how I feel. So when she comes in with this energy, I believe I need to bring this energy to the earth plane because I feel as though somebody's been a little bit depleted or a little bit deflated at the minute. Okay, and she comes in, it's like, come on, let's have a chuckle, let's have a chuckle. And I believe she always liked a little bit of a giggle. I'm not the weirdo, Shelley. I'm the normal one. But yeah, and that's how she comes in. So I believe she wants to bring this loving vibration and this energy here to the earth plane, as if to say, well, away, we'll have a laugh, we'll have a chuckle, we'll have a giggle. But she's always laughing. And she's saying, if you can laugh at yourself, you can laugh at anything. Okay. So there's something going on here on the earth plane where I feel just that little bit sad and that little bit deflated. And she comes in and she's saying, come on, we'll have a little giggle, we'll have a little laugh. We'll sort it out, she says. We'll sort it out. So I get the belief and the feeling that she would sort things out. She talks about where there would be a problem with her hip. So it's either her left hip and here on the earth plane as well, where somebody's either talking about or there's been a discussion about a hip replacement or something wrong with the hip. Okay. And she brings her in as well. So I'm just waiting for a bit of confirmation there because the feet stopped moving up. It slowed it down. I don't know why, but it slowed down. But that's what she talks about. She brings the hip joint in as if to say, well, somebody needs it sorting out. It needs sorting out. It's not right. There's something not right with me hip. So that's what she brings in. So that's what I'm going to say. Does anybody understand this lady so far, what I've just said? If you do, give us a triple yes down the bottom. If you don't, say no. Thank you very much, Vicky, for liking and sharing. Much appreciated. Right. Anybody accepting what I've just said there with this lady? This is what I need to know. Everyone's sucking on the Victory V's. Yeah, they probably are. As long as it's not the Fisherman's Friends, Shelley. You better stop winding me up anyway. Right. Beverly, you've got a problem with your hip. Alison, your mama's. Oh, I've lost the card. Here we go. The card's gone now. Oh, see you later. I'll just talk to you from under the table. I swear I've got all my friends underneath. Oh, you know what I've done? Dropping the cards, man. Right, so where this hip problem is, I believe there's an appointment in the post where I'm going, whether it's for the operation to get the hip replaced, but that's where I need to be. Okay, so whether there's been a discussion about it or not, that's what I want. I want where there's been a discussion. She's just had a hip replacement. Your mother. Yeah, but you don't know Dora, do you? Right. If only, Shelley, if only. Oh, God, it's killing me. Right, so she talks about the hip. Whether there's still problems with the hip or it's not right, I do know there's something still going on with the hip because she hasn't took it off me. That's what I'm going to say. I know the name John is a very familiar name. As I look at my iPad over there, I see loads of gentlemen, and I want the gentleman spirit side of life, okay? So I've got 3 gentlemen who's coming with this lady, 3 gentlemen, and they aren't that old. I know they're not old, okay? So I'm ranging between the age of 40 up to 60 with these 3 gentlemen. And I believe they're either 3 brothers or 3 brother-in-laws. That's what I feel. That's what I'm going to say, okay? That's where I need to be. So I want a connection where there's 3 gentlemen, either 3 brothers, 3 uncles, 3 in-laws. That's where I need to be, and I want them spirit side of life. That's where I need to be, okay? And the age in between the age of 40 up to 60, in between, give or take, okay? So if anybody can understand where these 3 gentlemen would fit within their family unit, it's my job really, isn't it? Yeah, I know. Show me. Right, I believe all 3 of these gentlemen had a very similar condition when they passed spirit side of life. It was very similar, so whether it was, come on. They're not actually giving me this condition at the minute. If they do, I will shout it out loud and clear. But I know I've got 3 gentlemen. I know I've got 3 gentlemen. One of them is putting a condition right across. I never mentioned Ronnie. If there's 3 gentlemen there, Debbie, give me 3 yeses. Right, Catherine Sachs. 2 brothers. I need 3. There's 3 gentlemen spirit side. So Catherine, would Dad be spirit side of life, or is he still here? Right, Alison Connell, you're saying yes to 3 gentlemen spirit side of life, yeah? I know one of the gentlemen is putting a condition right across my head area here. And it's like, I don't know whether I passed with a stroke type condition or that type of feeling, but that's what he puts on me, okay? And that's where I need to be with it. But he puts it right across the top of my head as though there's really tension or wherever building up there. But there's lots of tension and stress here on the earth plane as well, lots of anxiety and lots of distress. That's how I feel. I feel distressed here on the earth plane at the minute. Right, so please listen, Catherine, as well as Alison, please. These 3 gentlemen, they come in on the same vibration, and I know they're all connected with each other, okay? And I do believe they're coming in to be remembered. And I believe whether there's somebody's got the same type of ailments or concerns, the same as what these gentlemen passed with, whether they're worrying about it or they're stressing about it. So I believe whether there's a test or there's somebody's been talking about getting a test for something, that's what I have to say. But there's also somebody here on the earth plane that's been talking about doing driving tests or driving lessons. Right. But there's talk about that as well, because I keep seeing L plates in front of me. Right, if you can place all 3, Sarah, but keep listening as well. So I'll try and narrow it down as best I can. But they're putting L plates in front of me, and I am going to say there's a lot of stress here on the earth plane as well. And where somebody's thinking about getting a test done, or they're talking about getting a test or something to test to make sure they haven't got the same complaint. Because I do believe whatever complaint it is, it's in the family or it's generic. Whatever if I'm using the right word there. If I haven't used the right word, forgive me. But that's what I need to say. I have to mention the November month. I'm going to mention the March month, and I'm going to mention January month. Them 3 months are significant as well. Okay, so it's January, March, and November. Them 3 months are significant. Okay, I need the name of Alan, Eric. Right. Right. Now, I'm confused here, folks. I don't know whether I need the name Henry, or I've lost the other name. It's gone. So them three names, please, if they resonate with you, and it could be somebody you touch upon, but they're the names that have just been given to me there. So that's what I'm going to mention. I need the name of Alan, Henry, and Eric. Sure, I said Eric. If I haven't said Eric, I've said it. I know I keep saying about this driving lessons or somebody's doing something because the learner's in front of me, and I want somebody who works with mechanics or works around cars as well, because they bring that car connection in. So whether it's a car sales room or car mechanics or an avid interest in cars, that's what they're putting in front of me, okay? So that's what I'm going to mention. But I am going to say here on the earth plane as well, I keep seeing bottles of white lightning, cider. So somebody here on the earth plane where there's memories of cider. Right. Keep looking there, you know. Which part? Which part's not for you, Alison? Jackie, you can say yes to the Eric, but I see bottles of white lightning cider as well. So whether I've got memories here where somebody would have drank the white lightning, I have to bring that forward. And I'm smiling as I'm saying it, because we've all had to go at the white lightning at one point in our lives. Well, I did anyway. But I don't think it was white lightning I had. I think it was Old English. Um, but yeah, I've got memories of that, and I've got memories of showrooms or mechanics or somebody messes about with cars. I have that as well, so I have to bring that forward. So just remember, I brought it forward, folks. Okay, if you can't understand it at the minute, just remember I brought it forward. Okay, I know. Probably sets a light like thingy as well. Right, I need the name of Dan or Daniel as well, please. So if anybody can understand the name Dan or Daniel in connection with these three gentlemen, because every time I look over at my iPad, I keep seeing that name. I keep seeing a young lad, the name of Dan or Daniel as well, please. And I need that name. Have we got a Sharon? Have we got Sharon watching who connects to Daniel? Feed stopped. It's like watching paint dry. This nobody's moving. It's all stood still. We've stood still at the minute. I needed Daniel who's connecting to Sharon. That's my lead in. That's my connection in. Anybody understands the Daniel? Right, Jackie Hume. You're saying yep. Yep to Daniel. If it's to Daniel, Jackie, give me a yes, please. 2 yeses. Now we're moving. I need Daniel. Christine Blakemore, where are you? Is she saying yes to Daniel? Daniel. That's me linking. Right. No, I've moved on from the rest of it, Nicola. I know you've kicked the donkey. The Daniel, right. The sister Sharon, is she on tonight? No, right, folks, listen, it's my fault. I'm confusing everybody here. The three gentlemen have I finished off with that message. I should have left their love, and I didn't. I just jumped straight over, and that's my mistake. So where the three gentlemen are concerned, I will leave their love to the people who connected to them, and I'm going to say God bless and thank you very much for connecting with me there. But The name Daniel is the name I'm looking for, connecting to the name of Sharon here on the earth plane. Now, this is a separate connection, folks. It's not the same one. It's a different one. Right, I'm looking for Daniel, and I'm looking for the name of Sharon here on the earth plane that connects to the Dan or the Daniel. That's what I was after. You don't know Sharon, no. No, well, that's what I was after, folks. So if I'm not getting that connection in, I'm not going to go any further with that, because I need the name Sharon and I need the name Daniel. But I need both. I need both, and I can't give it out if I haven't got both, because I need both. I don't know why I need both, but I do. Yes, Nicola, I want Dan, Spirit Side of Life. I don't want him here on the earth plane. I want the name Dan, Spirit Side of Life, and Sharon here on the earth plane who can connect to Dan. That's where it needs to be. And if I can't get it here, right, no. Dan, Spirit Side of Life, folks, and Sharon here on the earth plane. Right, you know Daniel and a Sharon on the earth. I want Daniel, Spirit Side of Life, Alison, and Sharon here on the earth plane. And if nobody's connecting with that, you're out, Nicola. If nobody's connecting with that, I'm just going to move it over. I'm just going to move on. Right, so nobody else is responding to that. It's last time I shout now, and if nobody acknowledges it, I'm going to move on. No, that's fine. It's fine, folks. At least you've acknowledged, and it's half the battle. But like I said, it's last time I'm shouting out that. I've got Daniel, Spirit Side of Life, and Sharon on the earth. No, Sharon's on the earth plane. Sharon on the earth plane. Daniel, Spirit Side of Life. The name Dan, Spirit Side of Life. And I want this lad around 13, 15 years of age. That's where I want him. Okay. That's fine. That's absolutely fine, folks. If nobody's connecting to that, we'll move on. Okay. So I'm going to move on to the card where I picked out the pack, which was number 21. So I'm looking for the name, there we go again, the number 21. So who's chose 21 for us, folks? Give us a nod down there. Whoever's chose 21. There's the card I've chose. Okay, so number 21. That's what I'm after. Yeah. So as I look at the card, I am going to say, please, hiya, Bethany. So you said yeah, you've got 21. Who else has chose 21 other than Bethany? Anybody or nobody? Bethany, right. So I'm just going to go with the card, and if anybody else jumps on, please listen. As I look at the card, I am going to say where my romance or my relationship side of things are. I believe there's been a couple of breaks where relationships are low, but I'm getting all tongue-tied here with this card because I can be a little bit bashful or a little bit embarrassed, okay, about showing my feelings or how I feel about somebody. So it's like I've had a few hit and misses where relationships are, but everybody goes through that. But I am going to say relationships are very, very well started. So if I'm not already in that relationship, catch you later, girl. There's a relationship on its way to you, okay? And it's very, very well started, okay? So there's lots of love, lots of romance there. And I feel as though I like to be romantic. I like to be spoilt. That's the way I feel. I like to be spoilt, okay? And that is definitely there on the cards where the stars, it's lighting up, and there's lots going on here where love and romance is concerned, okay? And whether I'm thinking about or we're just starting a family, that's very, very well started as well, because I'm picking family and births up off this card as well. So there's been a lot of hitting and misses where relationships are, but it's all go from now on. That's how I feel as I look at the card. So if this makes sense, give us a yes down the bottom. If it doesn't, tell me to tittle off and say, Irene, it's a load of crap. But it's what I'm getting off the card, and I can't change what's coming in off the card. It's just my heart's there. And it's like a relationship's been made in heaven for me, and that's how I feel as I look at the card, okay? So I am going to say everything I touch lately, but yeah, hang on. Right. I have got quite a few people, spirit side of life, and I have, as I connect to the card. And I have got quite a few people, and I'm going to say there's more people spirit side than there is here on the earth plane. I'm also going to say whether I named a star after a loved one, or when I look up to the sky at night, I tell my kids, that's your nana, that's your granddad. That's how I feel as I look at the card, okay? Jackie Home Crap, thank you very much. But yeah, that's how I feel. I look at the stars and I tell my family, that's my mum or that's my dad looking down at me. We chose a star for them and we named the star. That's how I feel. November month comes out as well. So I am going to say November month is going to be really, really significant for the person or persons that this card relates to. November month, where things are going to start looking up, shining. Everything I touch, make a wish. The wishes are there, okay? So make that wish, send them thoughts out, and they'll come back to you tenfold. That's how I feel as I look at the card. I can only tell you what's on the card, folks. Whether it's crap or not my fault. But that's the way it is, yeah. But I do know there's quite a few spirit people that connect to this card. There are spirit side of life, okay? There's quite a few, and there has been over the last 5 years. There's been quite a few bereavements within the family or the people or persons you touch upon, and that's what I need to say. So I'm just waiting for a bit of confirmation, whether it's a triple yes down the bottom or a triple no. Not really bothered. Either way, that's what's coming off the card. So watch for November month. Things are about to change for the better. Very, very, very well started, okay? So just remember, I brought that forward for you, and I want to put it back in the pack. So keep liking and sharing, folks. Keep liking and sharing. Right. It's not for you. Yeah, you can take a few things. That's fine. It's only the way the cards fall, my love. And they are random. Keep liking and sharing it. Keep pushing the feeds up. Where we're going to go. Let's have a look, see. Shall we or shan't we? Right, now then, folks. I know. Right, God love you. Right. I'm looking for I know, Jackie, I'm that straight laced, so you don't know which way you take me, do you? Right, I know I've got a gentleman spirit side of life, and I know he's somebody's dad, and I want the name of Harry. I want somebody who's connecting to Harry, spirit side of life, please. That's what I'm after. I'm looking for Harry, and I want somebody here on the earth plane that connects to dad, spirit side of life, with the name of Harry. If anybody understands this gentleman, give us a nod, give us a wink down the bottom, please. Acknowledge this gentleman. He comes in and he tells me, I believe he had a cancerous condition, and that's what I feel. I feel as though I've got cancer, and I want to connect, okay? So if anybody can understand the gentleman who passed spirit side of life, name of Harry, and I had a cancer condition. It feels a bit more like Dad Jackie, if I'm honest. I want to be in my early 70s for this gentleman. That's how he presents. That's how I feel. Okay. If that makes sense, give us a yes. If it doesn't, give me a no. Don't you just love it? It's a funny night tonight, folks. Wait for that communication back there before I go any further with this gentleman. I also need the name of Sandra. Name of Sandra. It's quite saying no. I hope he's for somebody as well, Bethany, because he hasn't turned up here for nothing. Right, I'm looking for Sandra. Where's Sandra? Where's Sandra? Right, this gentleman, right, Vicky Dawson, you can take a Sandra. Do you understand the Harry? I'm looking for Harry. This gentleman tells me he passed with a cancer condition, okay? Can't change it, I can't alter it, that's what he's given me. And I can't take it off. He gives me the name of Harry. Now, if I've got that part wrong, that's my fault. It might not be his name. He's might just telling me he knows the Harry, but I know I have got the name Harry, and I know he's given me the name of Sandra. Okay, I need to connect to Sandra. This is what I'm after, and I can't go any further. I won't make him fit. I won't sit him on anybody else's doorstep. This is the second time tonight, this folks. Right. Harry's your granddad, but he's here. Would you understand the cancer condition, Vicky? Would you understand cancer condition? And would you also understand the October month as well, please? October month he talks about. Gives me the cancer condition and he talks about October month. Right, you can. Right. Would you understand as well? Right, you're Sandra Miller, but you don't know Harry. Right, Sandra, keep listening, my love. So, Vicky, you can take the Sandra. Harry's your granddad, but he's here. You can understand the cancer, but you're not sure of the month. That's you, Vicky, yeah? Right, so keep coming, folks. Let's see where we go. So he does make reference to the October month. Can't take it off. But he also makes reference to somebody here on the earth plane that's suffering with gallbladder, gallstones. Somebody's getting a gallstone operation or something to do with gallbladder. Right, now, Vicky, if that was to the gallbladder, give me a double yes, because I've got a feeling it's to do with the month. That's what he brings in. That's what I have to mention, okay? There's also somebody here on the earth plane as well. Right. No to October. Right. Keep listening, folks, because it's just the way he's bringing it in. I keep getting notifications off flipping Facebook and it keeps flipping at me. Look, so I don't know how to turn them off. Right, so he comes in, and I believe he's coming in to be remembered. He talks about the gallstones. Somebody here on the earth plane talks about, and he knows, I know, there's somebody here on the earth plane with gallstones or that type of problem, and there's going to be some talk whether there's an appointment or operations going there with him, okay? With the condition here on the earth plane. That's what I have to mention, and that's what I'm going to say, okay? I can't take October off, Vicky. I have to mention that October month. He comes in and he's adamant about it. Remember, I've said October month too, yeah? Okay. Right, I want the number 18. I'm jumping here to the card, to the number 18. That's the card I've chosen, okay? Because I want to try and strengthen this link with this gentleman, because I know we're getting close to closing here. But I do know I don't know. See, I don't know what I'm talking about now. I know I've got a dementia type condition as well. I have to mention that, but I want that here on the earth plane where somebody's getting really muddled up, really confused and frustrated. Okay. Right, your son's birthday is the 18th. That's fine. Yeah. So the number 18, and I want where I'm getting really confused. I'm getting really confused, and it's like brain freeze all the time. I'm shutting off. So I feel as though somebody here on the earth plane is going off into their own little world, and they're just switching off, switching things off, or shutting down. Okay, and that's how I feel as I look at the card, and as this gentleman comes in, that's how he brings it in. Okay, so I shut off from that, and it's like, whew. But I've got that dementia, I've got that forgetfulness, and I'm just going off in my own little world. All right. So lots of love and healing where this condition is here on the earth plane as this gentleman brings that forward. That's a card I chose. And again, it's like what we sow is what we reap, okay? So I am going to say there are happier times and better times ahead because I feel as though it has been a little bit pants and not as good as what it should have been over the last 12 months, okay? But I do believe what we sow is what we reap. So there's lots of good things there to celebrate. And there is, I've got celebration after celebration. I've got at least 3 celebrations coming up here. Okay. And it's going to be one after each other. And I believe whether there's birthdays, whether I've got 3 birthdays or 4 birthdays in 1 month, or it just runs over to the following month. But I've got lots of stuff going on and lots of things to celebrate. Just give these away. If you've gone over the other side now, it must get to that time and they flip over. So yeah, there's lots of things there. The May month comes in, but I want where there's 3 sisters as well, please. There's 3 sisters, 3 sisters. It's a bit like Sister Act, whether I'm in this little I was going to say covert, but yeah, I've got right. Vicky, would Nana be Spirit Side of Life as well, please? Because I have got a lady there, Spirit Side of Life, that looks down and watches over to see what's going on, okay? And she's very oh God, the temper on her, what she had, a little bit like a Jack Russell. Right. I believe she's like a little Jack Russell. Once she got older, yeah, she wouldn't let go. She was a little bit of a biter, and that's what she does. I believe she's looking over you, but there's somebody here on the earth plane that's being a little bit short-tempered, and once they've got older, they won't let go, okay? And that's what she makes reference to, and that's what I have to say. So I'm a little bit prickly at the minute. I'm a little bit short-tempered with people, and that's how she brings that forward. She brings a heart condition around me as well, please. And I feel as though here on the earth plane at times I feel like I can't breathe, so I've got use of an inhaler or some breathing equipment as well where I have to bring round, okay? And that's put in front of me there. But I am going to say there's lots and lots of things to celebrate, lots of things to celebrate. So I'm going to leave that with you, Vicky, and I'm going to say thank you very much for listening to me, because that was your last card for tonight. So just look forward, stop looking back, look forward, okay? Because things are about to change for you for the better. And I'm going to leave that love with you. And I'm going to say thank you very much, folks, for listening to me. Once again, been absolutely brilliant. I shall see you all again on Monday. Enjoy your bank holiday weekend and don't do anything I wouldn't do. So thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you